Whew. Well. Finally managed to get alive. Let me just put the volumes down across all my other applications so that it doesn't overlap. But anyways, guys, welcome to the Football Manager stream. This is going to be a start of a new journey, going through the whole stages of United. As you guys know, Football Manager is a very sort of a game that I always enjoy playing, and I'm a huge United fan. You see, a huge United fan. Obviously, there's a bit of a chroma key going on in the background, but this is the Football Manager 2020 beta. I am going to be going through the whole of the seasons and the whole of the game. You can see this is a type of game where it's non-ending, but it is going to be about Manchester United, and my goal is to bring them back into the glory days, you can say. Bit of a thing in the background, you can see I've got a bit of a green screen, so nothing would be there in the background, but I plan to stream every day. I had a bit of a problem with my streams earlier. I was trying to set up for ages, and YouTube was not receiving any data, so just was kind of struggling with it at the moment. But I am streaming across 3 platforms: YouTube, Twitch, and DLive. I couldn't get Mixer up and running. Just want to test the waters as to how far I can go with the streams. But this is a top-down A to Z, you can see, and I am going to be going through the whole stream, you can see. So you can see I haven't started the game yet, so I'm going to go through, and this session's about setting up my tactics, setting up my team, you know, signing a couple of players, and playing some games really. So as you can see, I've selected Manchester United. I'm going to go advanced setting, and as always, guys, you know, chat away, smash a like button, you know how it works. What I tend to do always, Football Manager I've been playing for the last 10, 11, 12, 15 years easily, and I never streamed it, so I thought, why not? Should I stream it? Should I not? I thought, yeah, you know, why not? Nothing to lose, you know, I love streaming. So with the setup, I always go for, thankfully I've got a very, you know, good PC, so I can run things quite smoothly. So I've always go for these sort of big leagues, you know, the Premiership, French League, German, Italian, and Spanish League. As you can see, this is quite important to me over here. So prevent the use of in-game editor, so definitely gonna prevent it, so you guys know I won't be cheating. And away we go. Let's start from June 2019. Betty Hort Clinic at YouTube, how you doing, bye? Thanks for joining in. Says great stuff. Let me just go back. Great stuff. Not played these type of games in years. Dude, you know, I mean, I like the consoles, I like the FIFAs and PES, but Football Manager is something different to me. I spend most of my time on Football Manager. If you see my Steam record, my god, I've got a privilege of playing a lot of games, but Football Manager is the one that I always go back to. As always, guys, you know, if there's any problems in the background in terms of the voice not syncing, or the, you know, all these little issues, just do give me a heads up so I can fix it on the go. The reason I bought this green screen behind me is that I want to stream a lot more, and before obviously I had things in the background moving and going around, and I couldn't really stream that much because of that. But green screen's here, everything in the background is blocked, I'm free, just me and you guys. So Draco Evolve obviously used the profile. Now obviously I played the game in between here and there off stream, you know, in my different save. So that's how it's gonna work. I always go for, like, I'm more of a motivator, supportive motivator, you know, attacking. I'm gonna stick to this sort of mental attributes. I have no time to kind of start the lowest, get the sack, and go for it from there. So I'm just gonna confirm it, and there we go. I'm gonna skip through all this. So this is just, you know, hi, you know, United have hired Draco Evolve, reputations 4.5 stars, technical director Mike Phelan. I'm gonna skip all that. 4-2-3-1 is the preferred formation, but I will change all that, and I'm just gonna skip all that. I'm not gonna attend the press conferences. I'm gonna dive straight in. So I'm gonna do it here, and I'm gonna Draco Evolve, save it as United. So let's save it, and away we go. It's exciting stuff. Now if you guys have noticed, I'm not gonna press anything just yet. Next to me, which is on this side or this side, one of those sides, you see the title Road to the Premier League. So I want to win the Premier League, and what I'm going to be doing in the stream is starting a timer. So as soon as I hit the enter button, go to the next notification, the timer will start, and the goal is to win the Premiership, and I want to see how long it takes me to win the Premiership with Manchester United. So I'm gonna hit the timer right about now, and it should be coming up very soon. Let me see it come up so that I can confirm it to you guys before I continue. That's my live stream heading, and it is actually come up. You guys should be able to see it. There you go. You guys should be able to see it on the screen right now. That is coming up. I'm gonna accept the club vision. So the club is saying that the 5-year plan, end of the current season, so end of this season, they expect me to qualify for the Champions League, semi-final of the FA Cup, final of the Europa Cup, and Carabao Cup. It's not really, yeah. In terms of the ongoing increased commercial revenue, Mr. Ed Woodward obviously maintain the club status. Club culture-wise, play entertaining football, develop using the club's youth system. Now, United have, I'm going to accept this, I'm quite content with it. United have a very good system in terms of the club, youngsters. So, this is the squad. Oh my god. I'm not sure. I'm going to go to preferences and make it bigger for you guys. So, let me know if it works. Confirm. So you guys can see it clearly as well. So let me go back to squads. I'm sure you guys can see this clearly. Let's have a look. Let me know if it's if it's alright, if you guys can see it, and take it from there. Or do you want me to make it even bigger? It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. But do give me a feedback. Anyway, I'm not gonna deal with the players just yet. I always start off with dealing with the coaches. So, training is important for me. So the main thing is to set up the training, set up the foundation, get a director of football in, and then take it from there. So first and foremost, I always, in this game, I've been experimenting a lot. I start with Campos, which is a director of football. For those of you who don't know, he is world renowned, and he is at Lille. He's the one that discovered the likes of Mbappe and Martial, etc., just to name a few. But definitely we need a director of football. I am gonna sign him, finalize it. Don't really matter to me. In terms of finances, you can see £100 million to spend. We'll get to the transfers for a bit later on. But in terms of training, let's get that out of the way. Let's see who's in training. Mike Feeling, I don't know why he's doing the goalkeeping one. He's better off, I think, defensively. Technical or tactical doesn't matter. But I'm going to put him at tactical because only cause Mark Dempsey, who's 4.5 stars in the technical area. But I'm going to swap him around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sack Mark Dempsey and get a better defensive coach. So there you go, terminated. Let me set up the rest. Goalkeeping coach, there you go. So I do need a goalkeeping coach because there's only 2 of them, and the one that's there, he's like what, 3.5 stars. Minimum for me is 4. 5 is obviously fantastic, but 4 is the minimum. This is me in the tactical area. Obviously 5-star. Gotta big yourself up just a little bit. That's how it works. But you got Mark Perry too. Why is he? He's a coach. Why is he doing in the fitness section? Let's push him back, and if I need to sack him, I'll sack him because I don't need another coach in there. I'm going to get my own people. So I'm going to terminate this guy. There we go. Terminated. So in terms of fitness coach, fitness is very important. I tend to have 3, going forward, I always tend to have 4 fitness coach, but I'm not going to go for that yet because I'm not allowed to have too much of coaching at the moment. But I've sacked 2 coaches straight away out of the bat. I don't care. But my priority right now is definitely a technical, because this is technical on defense side. This is 3.5 stars. I don't need that. I need a 4-star coach over here, definitely. And because I sacked Mark Dempsey, didn't I? And definitely an attacking technical as well. So let's start with the defensive. So technical side of the defensive. Let's start the staff search. Okay, technical side of the defensive. New search, pick. So Determination is always good. Technical and defensive coach. Let's see what comes up. Okay, quite a few come up, so I'm going to filter it even more. I'm going to go up, get the best of the best. So you can see I've got 3 options if I go up to 16, but they're all head of youth development. I know I don't want to negotiate the wages and, you know, having to pay them extra because, you know, they want to change roles. Don't want to do that. Again, technical director. So it's best to stick to this mode. And I can see a few coach. I can see a coach here, Nolbert. You know, he's 62 years old, but he'll give me, you know, he's not going to retire, I'm sure. He wants to be the under 23s manager. No, I've already got under 23s manager. In fact, I'm going to give you something better. I'm going to give you a coach. Finalized deal. That's my defense coach. Sorted, isn't it? Sorted. Now I'm going to, I believe I needed, if I go back to training. This is a long part, guys, you know, but it's necessary. I need a technical attacking coach. So I always sign Dennis Bergkamp in the game. In my main save where I play on my own, he's just absolutely brilliant. I always sign him for under 23s coach, so he can give some time with the youngsters. Pay him a bit of extra because there are a few clubs who's hovering around him, you know. But I need him. I want him. You know, it's simple as that. But I need a technical. I need a technical coach attacking wise, because I've only got Michael Carrick in there who's 3.5 stars, which is not good enough. Not good enough. So let's do the staff search. And as always, guys, you know, if you guys, if any of you play the FM managers, let me know if you have any coach recommendation that you feel I could, you know, use. But anyway, let's start staff search. Clear. Okay, let's clear all this. Pick technical, determination, attacking, mental. Let's add him. Let's add, because there's a lot of things. So you can see straight away you got loads of technical directors, youth directors, and everything, etc. But this guy is a coach. He's without a club. Fabio Micoro, whatever you call it. Fitness is good, but it's these other stats. You can see I want 15 on the technical, mental, technical. He can play across the board. Adaptability is 9. Don't really matter to me because I play for the long game. I'm a patient guy, you know. I'm a patient guy. But let's see. He wants to become a coach. Finalize the deal. Voila. So I've got my technical attacking and technical defensive coach. What I want to do now is get a new. There's a new role in the game, which is the technical director. So he deals with all the technical side of things, such as the coaching badges, etc., etc. So adaptability is always going to be nice for this guy. I've slightly worked around on how their stats should be, but I tend to hit a few bad buttons that I've always had success with, and always I take it from there, really. So you can see technical director Bobby Harker and Adam Penn. I'm gonna go for Bobby Harker. Have a look at him. You can see motivating man management, judgment team. Yeah, negotiating is 15. It's important because he's the one that's gonna be dealing with contracts, so it's high enough. So I've signed the technical guys, and there you go. There you go, guys. This is all done in terms of my backroom stuff that I wanted. Obviously, I play around with it here and there. But the next phase is the important phase. We all know how crap United is. I'm going to get rid of the dross that we have. I'm going to get rid of the deadwoods that we have in the squad. Unlike Ollie, I'm just going to get rid of it. But I just want to filter out a few things. You got Chris Smalling, who's out on loan. So I don't want to see him in my first team. I want my first team window to be as clean as possible. So I don't want to have hundreds of players listed there, and which like more than 80% of these players are useless to me. So that's the plan. So obviously I put them, the Alex Sanchez and Smalling is out on loan, so I won't have to deal with them. Lee Grant, never will use him ever. Shove him down there, doesn't matter. But Rojo will be the one that's going. He's valued at £20.5 million, but at this stage I don't care. Transfer list him, get him out. It's not about the profit. Even if I make £2-3 million out of him, it's good, because 1, I want to get him off the wage bill. 2, he's not a long-term player for me, and I'm not going to plan to keep him out. And for those that's joining in, make sure you smash the like button, guys. Azzy, Azzy92, thanks for joining in, buddy. I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube and D Live at the same time, so I'll be cross, whatever, chatting across all guys until I can implement a sort of a window you can see where I can have a lot of chat. But he says you need to get rid of the whole team. Yeah, well, you'll be surprised what I'm about to do. So let's give it a try. Oh, thanks for the follow. Somebody followed. It's not come up on my screen. Azzy, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining in. I will be streaming every day. Do check out my YouTube channel. I am live on YouTube as well, but I really appreciate you streaming. You joining in. But do you play FM Manager? Let me know in the comments below if you play FM Manager, and is there any sort of tactics that you use. But anyway, back on Rojo. He's number 1 to go. Offer to clubs. I don't care if I get £1 million or even 0. He needs to be out. Okay. Secondly, Ashley Young. You know what I'm gonna do with Ashley Young, mate. You know what I'm gonna do. Just out. Finish. Okay. Phil Jones. Transfer. Offer. He's valid at 22.5. Don't care. As you can see, the specified is unspecified. I don't care. Let's see who comes in with the highest bid. Go. Okay. Jesse Lingard. Oh my god, this guy. Go back to Instagram, man. Go. Okay, Harry Maguire stays, Andres Pereira stays, Dan James stays, Bissaka stays, Rashford stays, Tuanzebe definitely stays, Greenwood definitely stays, Luke Shaw stays, Scott McTominay stays, Fosu Mensah, he's out injured for 3-4 months, he's useless to me, so I'm going to put him down to the under 23s, so I keep it clean. Matic, you know what I'm doing, guys. Yeah, waiting on full release, played it a bit, not went too hard yet. Ah, that's cool, man. That's cool. What team do you play, my buddy? What team did you play? Matic, I've already... Did I? I think I've done it. But yeah, I've done it. Offer to clubs. Okay. Matic done. Mata. I'm going to be ruthless here. I don't care who you are. You're deadwood to me. You're out of the club. Okay. De Gea stays. Bailly, 6 to 8 months injury. He's going to be useless to me for the rest of the year. So, again, out. Dalot stays. Pogba. If he starts messing with me in this game, just like in real life, if he starts throwing a tantrum, I don't care how much of a good player he is, out. Okay, I'll show you guys how ruthless I am. I've been playing FM Manager, each iterations I play for thousands and thousands of hours, and you have no idea how ruthless I am with these players. I don't care how good they are. Look at Pogba stats, it's brilliant. If they're misbehaving, if they're not, it's out. Dundee United, the team I support. Oh, nice, man. You know, I support United, but unfortunately, we're not in a very good state. I've grew up with United. I used to live up in Manchester when I was growing up, so United is in my blood. What I currently see at the moment is really bad. I know. Okay. Before I go to the under 23s, now that I listed all the deadwood out, I'm gonna always do the tactics. So tactics, I normally I research, so you can definitely go and research online. You know, there's loads of great tactics from talented players out there that create these tactics. There's loads and loads of great people creating these tactics, and I just pick one that I feel is nice, and I do the custom gegenpress. So this is the tactic that I went for. You can see he's so important, anchor man. You know, I tend to attack a lot. So the wing backs go forward, midfielders go forward, attackers stay up there. It's the defender that stay back a little bit, and I need that shield. And with the games, I always have a shield. So my priority is actually signing an anchor man, a specialized player. Don't tell me, you guys, you know, oh, James Garner can play a DM, Scott McTominay can play a DM, Fred can play a DM. Yes, they can play a DM, but they're not specialized. They're not tacklers like an Ndidi or a Kante. They're not. We need a specialized DM, just like in real life. But he's not my priority because I really want to develop 2 players on the anchor role. I want to develop Scott McTominay and Tuanzebe. Those 2 are very young, and I'm sure I can develop these guys into not a top anchorman, but an anchorman who can do a good job until I have the budget to get a proper anchorman. As you guys can see on the finance side of things, I only got £100 million to spend, which is a lot of money, but for a rebuilding for United, it's not. Okay, so now that the tactics is done, let me know if you have any questions around the tactics, and I'm happy to go back and explain the few bits and bobs. So out of possession, you can see I do a high pressing line. In possession is more direct. extremely high tempo, etc., etc. It's just attacking these guys, right? Like just going for it, you know. In the timer, it says I'm 14 minutes in, so let it be 14 minutes in. 14 minutes in is fine, and that timer will stay until I win the Premiership with United, 100%. That will stay until I win the Premiership. So it can be days, hours, whatever you want to call it, until I win the Premiership. Normally in a season, when you play through a season, roughly around, it takes 8 to 10 hours to complete a season, right? I normally skip through the friendlies because I don't care about friendlies. It's just, I just give it to my assistant manager while I set up all the team transfers, tactics, etc., etc. So minus the friendlies, the whole season takes 8 to 10 hours. So that time I should be hitting 8 to 10 hours by the time I finish this current season. You never know. You can go faster. Josh MUFC, thank you so much for joining in, buddy. How you doing? Try getting Jack Grealish. Yeah, he's a good player. Let me have a look at Jack Grealish. You know, I'm about to actually go into a transfer market actually. So well played, mate. In terms of what team you support, Josh? And also, just a heads up to all my audiences, I am streaming across YouTube, Twitch, and D Live, so I'll be talking to different audiences as they come in. Josh MUFC, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Draco Evo's world of getting United onto the top. You can see the timer. We're 15 minutes in. I've just literally started the game. Man United, I feel your pain, mate. How you feeling about United? hey, forget Jack Grealish, yeah? There's one player I always wanted to sign, and I'm sure all of you will agree, and we have been chasing him, and it's madness not to sign him, but it's gonna be Bruno Fernandes. Okay, look at this guy. I'm gonna scout him for the sake of scouting, right? So I'm gonna sign him. Okay, so let's see. Transfer, make an offer. So the fee, it says 37.5. Again, guys, if the lettering on the screen is too small, do let me know. I'm more than happy to increase the size of because I can see it clearly in front of my screen, but you guys maybe it might be a bit difficult to see some writing. But let me know if I need to kind of make it bigger to help you guys out. I've got £100 million to spend. Okay, we know he's going to be costing around 50 to 60 million pound, but I got a couple of positions that I need to it needs to be good, right? So I'm gonna give him sporting £20 million up front, but installment wise over 3 months, 12 monthly, I'm gonna give him 40. So that equals to £60 million. So you can see on the left side of the screen, each season until season 2023, I'll get £13 million taken out of my finances. That's not a bad return. £13 million is nothing, but I'll be getting Bruno Fernandes without having a huge dent on my £100 million budget. So if I get him and £20 million up front, I got £100 million, I have £80 million to spend, so I can kind of use that on other players, other areas of the field. So let me test the waters. Let's see what Sporting has to say. So suggest, there you go, they've accepted that, they're more than happy. So finalize offer. That's Bruno Fernandes done. I just gotta negotiate, right? Now, one of the other players we definitely need is a right winger, and there's only one right winger in the world, right? There is literally specialized right winger. Yes, Mbappe can play right winger, but specialized right winger, right? George Giannakos, sorry if I pronounced your second name right, but thanks for joining into the stream. George says on the YouTube, hello mate, great work. Sign Bruno Fernandes, Sanchez, Ruben Neves for deep line playmaker. He's the man. He is the man. I've just literally made a bid for Bruno Fernandes, which got accepted. So next player is of course the only right winger, specialized right winger, is Jadon Sancho. So again, I've just literally started the game. I haven't even pressed continue. It's 9 AM on a Monday, 24th June. But I'm just getting all the signings done. I don't have to scout this guy. You can see his scout. There's nothing. I don't have to scout him. I'm just going to make a bid for him. And obviously, we all know he's going to cost probably upwards of £100 million. Josh on Twitch says, Sancho, no doubt. Of course, buddy. But I'm going to use that method of, giving them maybe £30 million up front, and giving them roughly, say, over 3 years, £50 million, right? So if I give them 50 at 30, he'll cost me a total of £80 million. Let's test the waters. So they've they've negotiated. What they're saying? They want 38 million pound up front, 80 million pound, and 40% of, which will take the transfer up to 118 million pound total. But I'm gonna lower that to maybe 31. Come on, accept 31. There we go. They've accepted 31. Excellent. Again, guys, thanks for everyone joining in. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you smash the like button. I will be doing live streams every day. I'll be updating for people on Twitch that's watching me. I'll be updating my schedule, so keep an eye on that. I'll be going live again tomorrow around 7 p.m. UK time. On the weekends, I'll be live streaming for hours on end, just like today. If you go back to my YouTube channel, there's a notification that comes up whenever I'm about to go live, which is always like 12 hours in advance, so it gives you guys well in advance. I'm 19 minutes into my save. Sancho has been accepted. Let's finalize. So there you go. We solved our midfielder problem and a right winger problem, just like that. Ollie, what are you doing, Ollie? Come on, you got the money, Ollie. Okay. Now, George did say in the YouTube chat that Ruben Neves for deep line playmaker. He's a fantastic player. I agree with you, but my tactics, I don't use a deep line playmaker, unfortunately. I use an anchor man. So an anchor man, I'm going to be trying to go for someone like a Kante style player, even though I know I probably can't get Kante. But someone like Kante, or one of the wonder kids in the game, which is Florentino Luis, who's the best defensive midfielder in the game. Unfortunately, I've played in my other saves offline. You can't sign him in the first season. He just doesn't want to negotiate at all. And who would want to negotiate with United, right? But I'm going to leave it as that, because I want to use it as an anchorman. I want to use like Scott McTominay. I want to train him up to be an anchorman, and Tuanzebe, right? Because these two positions, the box-to-box and advanced playmaker, will be occupied officially by Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. So I'm planning to use Bruno Fernandes as an advanced playmaker, and box-to-box will be Pogba. So that's my midfield situation sorted, because with the rotation world, I got Fred in there, who I'm more than happy to rotate. I'm going to go and get Ghana in from the under-21s, which I'm going to do actually now. So development center, under-21 squad. I always look at the potential. You can see Tai Chong is 5 stars, so I'm definitely going to get him into my first team squad. Brandon Williams, come on, I gotta develop this guy. Especially when Ashley Young is getting sold, and Luke Shaw being where he's at in terms of injury. Brandon Williams, I like him, so I'm gonna promote him to the first team. James Garner is obvious choice move. And the rest of them, you got Angel Gomez, Ethan Laird, they're on potential 4 stars, but I'm going to hold that at the moment, let them stay down there and develop, right? Because I don't need a right back, because I've got Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. Where I'll play Ethan Laird, I have no idea. But as the season goes, let's see. Angel Gomez, at the moment, I think he needs a bit more sort of time. Physicality, he's absolutely poor. I just don't trust him at the moment. Such a great talent, but something's not right about him. Let's go to the under 18s. Let's see what the young team is going now, guys. Now I'm going to tell you something. You can see in the squad there's a player called Hannibal Mejbri. Okay, 16 years of age, advanced playmaker, support. Look at him. Look at his stats for 16 years of age. Just look at this. Look at that. Such a beauty, right? So you got, at 16 years of age, you got dribbling 13 already, first touch 13, passing 13, technique 14, vision 14, flair 15, determination 14. This guy is the next wonder kid coming out of the United youth setup. We are looking. Yes, you are looking. Thank you so much for joining. Yasir, how you been? But he is a 16-year-old, and generally across all FM managers, I always tell my cousins, my friends, like, watch out for this guy, watch out for this guy. And every single iterations I've done that. And years down the line, they're like, oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I did the same thing with Neymar, I remember when he was like 16 in Santos. But I'm telling you guys now, Hannibal Mejbri, watch out for him. We just signed him in real life for £9 million from AS Monaco. he is a talent. I'm gonna promote him to the. I'm gonna obviously send him to the intensive language, but I'm gonna promote him straight to the first team. Okay, but obviously have him sitting in the youth team as well, just developing, because he is my long-term. Hannibal Mejbri Miller is my long-term advanced playmaker right here. So you got Bruno Fernandes, who's 26. He can give me good solid five years minimum, right? But who's coming back underneath? If I set Mejbri up with Bruno Fernandes, what a role model for him to learn off, right? So there you go. Obviously the box-to-box side, I will have a look at it. Pogba is still there. I think that will be my priority signing as well, because anytime Pogba can throw a tantrum, and I'm not going to be like Oli, I'm going to be so ruthless. Anyone throwing a tantrum, they're out, straight out of the club. It's as simple as that. I've done that so many times with different saves, and I've been successful. As Oli said, some of these players will be leaving. They're not going to be successful here, but I will be. And I'm going to make sure I'll be successful, right? But anyway, this is my starting off. Before I go into individual trainings, etc., I'm going to hit continue and get the negotiations of Jadon Sancho and Bruno Fernandes into Manchester United ASAP. William Sondram, thanks for joining in, buddy. MU new player. What new player are you talking about, buddy? Are you support of Manchester United? Let me know. But as you can see, there's a timer in there. I'm on 25 minutes in. This is the setup, and at the same time, I'm gonna pause the timer for a bit because I'm gonna take a quick little break, and I'll be right back, guys. So just hold on. Rightio. Let's resume the timer, and I'm back. Yes, he says, when are you doing the 2K stream? Definitely coming up. I'll be doing a lot of all types of streams, buddy. Definitely be coming up. But I just want to see. Josh says from Twitch, says Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw, or Brandon Williams over Luke Shaw. Definitely, I think Luke Shaw, he's good, but I think that's as far as he'll go. I don't think he'll develop beyond these stats, and he's too much of an injury prone, buddy. Whereas if I go back to Brandon Williams, if I can find him, unless I'm blind, he's only 18. He has bags of potential, but let's see. But I'm gonna hit the continue button, guys, and as always, let me know you want to join me for 2K stream. Yeah, but I've got it on Xbox. I think you got it on PlayStation. So let's process it. So you can see I've got 13 transfers incoming. Let's see what's happening. So Dempsey has been sacked, standard. Pert has been sacked. Bruno Fernandes has been accepted. Let's start the negotiations. He wants to be a star player. Let's finalize, negotiate. Okay. He's keeping his hands close to his pocket because he's not telling me. I'm gonna ask Phelan to suggest. Okay, so we're giving him 105k a week. Let's see. He wants 160k a week. I'm gonna lower his expectation just a little bit, right? Let's lock that down. Okay. Agent fee should be 1.4. I'm gonna give him 50% sell-on fee because I plan to keep him long term. I'm not gonna sell him off next season. There we go. Done. So Bruno Fernandes has been successfully negotiated. It's just a matter of him signing up. Josh says, sack the whole backroom staff, all frauds. And again, guys, in the future, as my stream grows and I go along, because this is my first proper stream in a long time, I will be incorporating all the chats. So you go to Twitch, YouTube, DLive eventually. All these little chats I want to be incorporating in, so that everyone can see what everyone is talking about, rather than me saying, oh, Josh says from Twitch this. But sack the whole backroom staff. Unfortunately, I would love to sack the whole backroom staff, but I want to keep a bit of continuity. But eventually I'll be sacking all of them. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Sancho has been accepted. Let's see what he wants. So he wants 170k. I'm gonna lower his expectation 155k. You know, just penny pinch a little bit so that it gives me. Okay, he's not budging. He wants 160k. It gives me some sort of leeway, right? So there you go. Ollie, what have you been doing, Ollie? I have just successfully negotiated 2 players with £100 million budget. Remember, I paid what, £31 million up front for Sancho and Bruno Fernandes £20 million. That makes me spend £51 million in my budget of from £100 million, with the rest of them being what, over 3 years payments, easy. But let's see who's coming in to knock Rojo out. So Rojo, they want to pay £12 million to Rojo. I don't mind that. Wolves, yep, accept. Young, I don't care even if it's £1.50. I'm gonna accept everything. He needs to go. Jones, £2.8 million. Take him. Matic, again. Oh, Leicester's giving £11 million. West Ham giving 9. Yeah, I'll get the most money out of it. Ajax want £5 million for Mata. Oh, it's a bit tight, but offer him 250k. You desperately want? No, I just offered him 160k. I know how to manage this. The squad, mate. Jesse Lingard. Surely somebody wants you, man. Like that fraud. He hasn't had a shot on target. Forget goals and assists in the whole of 2019 so far. Like, what is he playing at? I really want to swear. Josh says, look at Landucci for your assistant. At the moment, I'm going to keep feeling, because I've sacked 2 backroom staff. I'm getting 2 more in. So I want to keep a bit of continuity in the backroom side of it, at least, because the squad I'll have, a lot of them will be new players. You know, you look at Brandon Williams, he's new to the squad. Dan James, new to the squad. Harry Maguire, new to the squad. Garner's coming in, new to the squad. Tuanzebe is another one. All these players, and I'm selling a lot of experienced players like Juan Mata, Matic, Jones, Rojo, Young. They're all experienced players that's getting kicked out. So I want to keep a bit of experience, right? Obviously, Jesse Lingard is a 17-year-old wonder kid. He has a lot of potential in the future, but yeah. But I do want to kind of have a look at the scouting and see what the scouts say. I always turn the package up to world class so that I get the best scouting network going out. I do need a anchorman, and the player that I always want to sign, I'll show you guys, Florentino, and I'm happy to be patient with him, right? So you can see he hasn't been scouted, but you can see he's just there. He's the best defensive midfielder in the game. He's 19 years of age. He's a wonder kid, and he's a player. If you're gonna play with a defensive midfielder, if you're gonna have a baller, he's a player that will disrupt the whole opponent. So he's a bit of a tip for you guys. Go for Florentino Luis. However, the problem is he's not gonna come to United at least in the first season. So I have to be patient with him till the next season, right? As always, guys, thanks for joining the stream. Smash the like button if you like what you're seeing, and you know, hit the subscribe button if you're on my YouTube. Hit the follow button on Twitch, and yeah, take it from there. I gotta say the usual things, you know how it works. So the board is looking to block Jones. They feel that they want £11 million, and I just want to give him for £2.8 million to Al Hilal. I'm gonna talk to the board, see to convince you know, I think the board should reconsider blocking the sale of Phil Jones, as I have no intention of playing him. Go on. Sorry, but the board's so Phil Jones is stuck with me. The board is not willing to consider it, selling him for such a low price. I'm gonna offer him again They wanted to get him to at least 11 point something. Yes, if I can get a lot of money out of him, yeah, that's great. So let's 11.75. Let's see who comes in for him. If nobody comes in for him, he's going to be rotting in the bench. I don't care. Not even in the bench. He's going to be rotting in under 21s. George says, how about Declan Rice as DM? Good shout, that. Let me have a look at Declan Rice. The reason why I'm holding off a bit of a sort of signing a specialized defensive midfielder is because I really want to sign Florentino Luis, and me signing Declan Rice means that if I sign Florentino Luis in the next season, there will be clashes in the time, because I will want to play Declan Rice, but I also want to play Florentino Luis. I do understand what you're saying, but should we give it a test? Should we just see his anchor man? Why not? Let's give it a bit of a test. Let's see how much they want. So suggest terms. They want £108 million for him up front. I'm sure we can get better players for that much. But do I really need him? When I've got McTominay who I can turn and then wait for... but you know what, George, you know what? For you, I'll negotiate a Declan Rice. So I don't have £108 million. I've only got £50 million to spend because I spent money on Sancho and Bruno Fernandes. I'm going to offer them £20 million up front. And let's see in installments what I can do. And again, guys, I always use the installments option. I've done a few how-to videos. If you go back into my channel on YouTube, Draco Evolve, where you see how I negotiated the transfers of Kylian Mbappe, Sancho, De Ligt, Arthur, Frankie de Jong in one season like that through the use of installments. Because yes, you know, you're paying a lot of money for installments, but that's over 3-4 years. And United being such a commercial powerhouse, paying an extra £15 million next season to get a player like Declan Rice, example, is nothing to them. So if you give an example, this is the one I'm planning to offer him, which is £70 million in total. So here on the left side, you can see £20 million I want to give him up front. But over the next 3 seasons, it's only £16.6 million, which is nothing. Nothing for United, right? But for you, George, George said, let's go for Declan Rice. I am going to go for Declan Rice. So then they renegotiated. They want £23.5 million up front. I'm more than happy with that. Let's see if he comes. Let's see if he comes. But it also means that someone like Tuan Zabi is going to be a little bit, what do you call it? Game time will be limited, right? With Declan Rice coming in. But it is what it is. Depth is always good, especially if I'm selling a lot of players. Okay, let's see it continue. Let's see what's up. Declan Rice offer accepted. Let's start negotiation. He wants 88k million pound. I can get. I'm okay with that. And there you go. I pretty much almost signed Declan Rice. Let's just wait. Code of conduct. Yes. So this is the new feature in FM19. So you can set up disciplinary actions. So missed training, half a week fine. No, 2 weeks fine. It's all gonna be 2 weeks. Gone AWOL per day, 2 weeks. I'm gonna be multiple booking. Yeah, it's fine. Sent off half. These straight red, I can't do straight red. It's gonna be a week fine. If it's the second time, it's gonna be 2 weeks, and so forth. Gonna confirm this. It's gonna be a bit of discipline in it. I think the players need a bit of discipline in the game. Josh from Twitch says, have a look at Lewis Cook at Bournemouth. Oh, good shout, that. I completely forgot about him. Lewis Cook. Good shout. Good shout, buddy. Oh, yes. So I bid it for Declan Rice already. But he's also a good shout. But is he really a defensive midfielder? His tackling is roughly 14. I think Declan Rice is better defensively. A biter in terms of Lewis Cook. But Lewis Cook is a very good shout. But let's see my budget. You know, after I've sold all the players and signed Sancho, Bruno Fernandes and Declan Rice officially, I'll have a look at my budget. So no offers for 2 players. Which 2 players? What? Lingard has no offers on Phil Jones. I'm going to tell them to go and do one, you know. You are not needed in the club. Go and find yourself a club. Okay? There will not be offers made for Lingard. So £8 million roughly. Yeah, I'll take that. I think the board will block that actually. It's a bit too low, you know. There you go. Blood has. They feel that £15.5 million is what they will accept for Lingard. But let me just. I tried it, but he's he will still believe. So board has blocked that transfer. So what I'm going to do is set Jesse Lingard to £15.5 million. Somebody come and take him off me. 15 point up. Even if I pay for the wages, just take him off us. Shouldn't affect. Josh says shouldn't affect Tuanzebe as he will play a DM. Yep. I mean, if I buy Lewis Cook, Declan Rice, then Tuanzebe definitely will be affected because I only planning to play him as a DM because my tactic is this is the position I really want. These two positions I've got it sorted, like Maguire and Lindelof. I'm sure they can do a job between them, but this is very important for me because these two positions I've got Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, right? But here I need a proper shield. Declan Rice can do the job, definitely. Lewis Cook, I'm sure he can do a job. But if I buy both of Lewis Cook and Declan Rice, it means Tuanzebe's time will be heavily limited. Same with Scott McTominay, right? So probably we'll skip Lewis Cook for now. However, left winger, I will probably, I don't know. I mean, Dan James will be one that I'll probably use with Rashford on the left side. Striker, definitely. Yes, Martial is such a great striker. I do understand. But my eye is on this price, you know. Oh, if I can spell it right. Erling Haaland. This is the player I want, you know. Erling Haaland. I've tried to bid for him in my last game. They don't consider it, or he doesn't consider it until the January transfer window. So there you go. George on YouTube says next season when you get Luis, you can use Declan Rice as ball playing defender. Yeah, true actually. And the great thing about Luis as well, that he can play as a ball playing defender as well. So I can have Harry Maguire and Luis and Declan Rice in the same squad, and to have such an interchangeability is always good for the squad, right? Definitely good for the squad. But if you have any other player recommendations, guys, do let me know. Lewis Cook should play BB box to box AP or anchorman. But you see, I don't know, Lewis Cook. If I go back to Lewis Cook, Josh, that's what Josh says, guys, on YouTube, on Twitch. He is, according to my scouts, he's more suited to be a deep line playmaker. If I go to anchorman, he's almost at the bottom, only because of his marking, which is only 6 to 8, and tackling is 14 and positioning is 12. Okay, now if you compare that to Declan Rice, you can see clearly his marking is 14, tackling 16, positions 15. He's much of a better player in terms of playing a anchorman, and you can see right here. That's probably why I probably will skip Luis and save my money up, and I'm sure I can get a better player. Another player that I've always looked at in terms of transfer in this game is Todibo. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of him, but he is the next big thing in defense, in 19-year-old Barcelona player. You can see just around here how much of his stats are, and he is amazing. Unfortunately, he's just a bit too expensive for me at the moment. But if I go to their squad, there's a couple of players in their squad who I will definitely want to sign eventually, if I can find them. Actually, Pedri's one in the game. I'm gonna scout him. He's a really good attacking midfielder. He's one of the best attacking midfielders in the game, behind João Felix of Atletico Madrid. Ilham, thanks for joining in, buddy. Make sure you smash the like button. Gotta say that. But what about Palacios? I'll go to him. I'll go to Palacios. But let's have a look at Lewis Cook actually, because Josh at Twitch says have a look at him on CM. Yeah, so CM, actually, you got a point. He's more suited towards the CM, right? Because he can play these two roles perfectly well, which is something I have, which is fantastic. It's a good shout that. I might consider him, because currently in my these two positions is Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. So if I end up signing Lewis Cook, he'll be coming in definitely as a rotational player, and obviously I want to develop this guy Mejbri, an advanced playmaker, in this role. So he's going to be a good shout. That Palacios, I don't believe Palacios. Ilham says Palacios. Let me actually. Do you mean Ezequiel Palacios? Because he's really good. He's 20 years old. The scout team is midfield center. He is really good as well. But I think too much competition for him. I'd rather use my money somewhere else. But if you do mean him that, then yeah. But yeah, Josh, in terms of what you're saying about Luis Cook, you're absolutely right. He can definitely be an option on CM, right? What's this? Roma made £11 million. Squad, introduce yourself to a squad. So I'm gonna be passionate and just go gung-ho. So obviously, let's be realistic here, guys. United is not gonna win the title. I'm gonna go for qualifying for the Champions League, right? So let's keep our expectations in check without upsetting the balance. And nobody's upset. Everyone's kind of accepted it. In terms of this is a new one. In terms of code of conduct, I am not. I'm gonna be assertive. I'm not gonna move for that. But everyone's agreed to it. And there we go. When is my next film? My next film is 11 days. So Roma blocked. Oh, the board is blocking Jesse Lingard. They're adamant they want £15.5 million for him. But yeah, Josh, I probably will consider Luis Cook actually. Definitely as just to add a bit of a. He's young. He's got potential to add a bit of a solidity and add a bit of a depth to the squad. But then it does mean less game time for, say, Mejbri. Because I've got in my midfield centre, I've got Garner in there, I've got Mejbri in there, I've got Scott McTominay in there. That's three who's going to be behind Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba. So the game time is the issue here. And I do plan to keep Scott McTominay. And I've got obviously Tuanzebe in there as well. So it's a bit of a, I think one midfielder for now is enough unless there's something really stupid that comes up. So they're saying further Michael Carrick coach. Yep, I'm going to educate Michael Carrick to get the continental licenses so that they become better at their jobs. And that's how I deal with my coaches really. Just get them better, make them 5 stars, 4 stars. Ruben Diaz, also a good ball-playing defender. I will pick him over Lindelof. Yeah, I mean, Lindelof is definitely one of the players that I want to get rid of. Let me just be right back. Let me just shut my door. Right. Yeah, Lindelof is definitely one of the players I want to get rid of eventually. But I think this season I probably will keep him only because I've only got like £40 million to spend. Because yes, you spend money, but remember you're paying agent the fees and the player fees. So when you start paying these fees, it starts eating out of your budget. So I don't think I'll have budget, but if I do have a budget, definitely I want to go for a defender. You guys might be crazy in thinking that I want to go for Delete. I can go for Delete. If you go back to my YouTube channel, if you go to my videos on how to, I did sign Delete in the second season. Because in this season, you have to understand United is not in a very good position, right? Nobody wants to come to them. Nobody wants to play in Europa League. Clubs in turmoil. You're not going to be attracting the likes of Delete, Mbappe, Frankie de Jong, who are all the players I really, really want to get for my club. But if I have a good season with them, by the time I hit the second season, if I qualify for the Champions League easily, a lot of these players are viable because the finances is always going to be there with United. That's the main thing. The finances is always going to be there for United. But thank you for the suggestion, Ruben Diaz. Ilham on YouTube says, how is Joseph Martinez in FM? I like that guy, man. Let me have a look for you, buddy. Let's have a look for you. Joseph Martinez. Okay, for you, our scout. So he's 26 years old. As you can see, he needs to be scouted. So only for you, I will scout him. I will send a scout over and make sure he's scouted until full knowledge. But on initial thought, he looks good. Definitely looks good, man. His finishing is 15. Composure could be better, but determination is good. His mental attributes is good. He's decent, buddy. So I've signed my director of football, which is Campos, and I've signed one of the coaches, which I believe he's a defensive coach. But let's have a look. Let's sort this Elgert guy. Elgert. So where is he? Thomas Elgert. I don't want you there. I want you here. So now you can see on the defensive side, I've got everything across the board apart from this one. Here is 4 stars. This one, technical side, is coming. So wait for me. I believe I made a bid for a coach there. Then I'll have 4 stars across the board minimum. That's where I want to be. I think the goalkeeping coach might be We'll see about the goalkeeper. I've got different priorities at the moment. But let's sort out Luis Campos. So he's the director of football. I'm going to change staff responsibilities. This is the important bit, guys, for me at least. Hold on 1 second. Just want to check on Twitch a little bit. This is quite important to me, this little bit, because you can make the game very long by your choosing, or you can make it very efficient. For me, I like to be efficient, because to be efficient, you gotta use your staff very well. You gotta use your assistant manager. You gotta use your director of football, your technical directors, your youth coaches. You gotta use them all. And this screen right here, what you see, is very, very important on how they should be used, right? So this is more like a delegation. So yes, I've got Luis Campos. I'm not gonna pay him X amount of wages per week to sit on his ass and then scout and give me reports. No, I want to make sure that he does different jobs, that something I don't have to do, and I can just solely focus on developing my team, my tactics, and getting results on the pitch. That's the whole point of having different levels of coaching. So I'm just gonna quickly skip past that. So a lot of this will be thinking about Luis Campos. I'm going to be making sure that he deals with all the scouting stuff, contract renewal, so I don't have to deal with that. He also has to deal with the loan managers, which is, yeah, Nicky Bart will deal with that. Renewing of directors, I will renew his renewing of head of youth. I'm going to, again, technical director, which is Nicky Bart. Chief scout, is definitely going to be Campos, because it's all about scouting. Medical staff, definitely going to be Nicky Butt. Handles team selection, that's me. That's me. Rasmus, well, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you been? Rasmus is on YouTube, guys. As always, guys, just going back on time. I'm streaming on both platforms, 3 different audiences, Twitch, YouTube, and DLive. It's my first ever sort of professional property stream. I want to grow, I want to be consistent, so I want to stream across all 3 platforms and see as much as audience I can reach out to, you can say. But anyway, hiring and firing of technical director, that's me. Firing, all the hiring and firing is all on me. I don't want anyone firing anyone with that under, renewing technical director's contract, I leave that to definitely not. I'm gonna give it to Sir Alex Ferguson. Get him involved a bit. I understand he's retired, but I'm sure you can sit down and negotiate one contract for me. Renewing managers and the coaching staff, definitely gonna be technical director. Hiring, firing, and head of youth, nope. Hiring, firing, nope. Hiring, firing, scouting staff, nope. Renewing managers under 23's manager contract, I'm gonna leave that to Luis Campos. Okay. Now, handle scouting meetings, I'm gonna give it to chief scout. Handle that for me. That's how it works. You gotta delegate. Not gonna be with the contract side, it's just gonna be me. I want to deal with all the contracts, because I don't want to end up giving it in charge of all these guys and messing up my contract. With the training, again, I'm gonna definitely gonna keep that. Provides opposition instruction, I'm gonna delegate to my assistant manager. Leads friendly, again, I avoid that. Assistant manager. Team talks and touchline instructions, I'll deal with that. Let's confirm that. Let's go to media. Let's see what. So Michael Carrick attends press conferences. I'll take that. That's definitely something I wanna delegate. Oh my god, there's so much. Okay, attends new press conferences. Again, let's swap to Michael Carrick. Attends tunnel interviews. Again, I'll do Michael Carrick. Attends press conferences. Michael Carrick. Right. Provides opposition reports. I'll handle scouting meetings. I believe I've done that, but chief scout. Assigning scouts, that's important to me. Gonna leave it to the chief of scouts. Providing scouting feedback, definitely gonna have the technical director Luis Campos take care of that. Again, guys, this is the bit of a boring part, so do bear with me as I assign everyone to their respective roles properly. Then I'll get back to the chat. So I'm just going to do this quickly. Decides which player Manchester staff should be taking under coaching. Nicky Butt renews contracts, under 23 contract. Again, should be Nicky Butt. Medical staff should be Nicky Butt. Scouting, I always leave it to the director of football. Decide which staff, undertake courses. Again, Nicky Butt. renewing under 18s coaches, again Nicky Butt. Medical under 18s, Nicky Butt. Scouting, definitely Campos. Other than that, let me just quickly have a yep, definitely Nicky Butt. Medical should be Nicky Butt. Scouting is definitely that. This is fine. Lee's friendlies is fine. These tactical briefings, I think is gonna be my assistant, right, Mike Phelan, and confirm it. That's it. So I've delegated a lot of this other crap, such as under 18s coach contracts, so I can concentrate on the tactics side of the game. Let me go back to the chat, guys. Rasmus says, not sure if you want to focusing on the gaming world or not, but I want to ask you how you feel about the rest of the current season. Rasmus, on my channel, if you go back to my channel a little bit before I went into proper United news and everything, I always did gaming. I did a lot of live streams, I did a lot of gaming videos, but over time I realized my audience has changed, so I adapted with the audience. But now I want to combine the gaming and the footballing world, right? So definitely the two best, in my opinion, the best games currently in terms of football is FIFA and Football Manager, right? So I can have best of two worlds, right? Playing a game which is dedicated to Manchester United while still talking about United. So what do you think about the rest of the current season? We'd be very lucky to get top 4, I think. Let me just continue the game so that I don't waste time. We'd be very lucky to get the top 4, I think, with United. The way Ollie's playing, the last 2 games has been really, really good in my opinion. We pressed well, we took our chances, and we got the results that we deserve, right? Definitely what has been really good, but it's just the overall season, and it's just the frustration that I personally have with Ollie, where he said, you know, he's gonna play the youth a lot more. You know, some of these players will leave. Most of the deadwood are still at the club. Smalling, who's one of our top defenders, better than Phil Jones, he let him go. I think that was a bad move. Not signing the likes of Bruno Fernandes. You can see our midfield is so light, and in the Christmas period we're going to have so many games coming in. You got the Carabao Cup, you got the Premier League, you got the Europa League, and you've got the FA Cup coming up, and we're just one injury away from a disaster, right? That's why I feel. But what do you feel about the current season? But that's why I feel I'm a bit angry with Ollie, you know. He's always coming up with technical. Sorry, I already had Nicky Butt as my technical, my bad. I always felt with Ollie, he played a 4-3-3 system, right? And he had such a huge success. So when he came in, the 4-3-3 system gave him such a huge success. We went on this amazing run. But then he suddenly decided to change it, right? He does to a 4-2-3-1 now, and it's been such a disaster. Josh from Twitch says, Glazer's puppet, he's a liar, mate. Mate, I totally agree with you. He's clearly been lying to our faces, and I think he's in my opinion, he is. Look, Ollie is a new coach. You know, he's been offered the United job. Glazers will tell him what to do, and him being so scared of getting the sack, it's not as if he's established where if he gets the sack like Mourinho, he can go and find any other club. But he's such a huge United fan. He's novice, and he's getting controlled by the Glazers. So he's having to say some things where it's infuriating and it's frustrating, but we all know he's kind of shielding the Glazers, which shouldn't be the case. You know, if that was me, I probably would have said yes. I wouldn't be too harsh, but I would have definitely balanced it. I would have said something like, look, I wanted a midfielder. Clearly we needed a midfielder in the summer, but I wanted Bruno Fernandes. The likes of Bruno Fernandes never materialized because of such XYZ. But that's how I feel. But anyway, talking about the devil, Bruno Fernandes, you can see he has agreed. All I have to do is accept, and I have accepted it. And Bruno Fernandes signs, same with Sancho, accept. And I'm gonna go Lingard, 11.75. Phil Jones on loan, get away. I'll accept that. So you can see, guys, Bruno Fernandes is officially signed. Let me send him on English classes because he needs it. Bruno Fernandes has been signed for United for £60 million overall package. I'm so happy. That's how it works. And obviously a specialized right winger, right? Where is he? Where is the wonder kid? Am I blind? I think I am blind. I can't see Jadon Sancho. Yeah, there we go. Jadon Sancho. Josh says, look, replacing Lukaku without replacing is yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you can see what has happened, like in terms of injury, right? Garner's too young to play at the moment, even though all he says is the best finisher at the club. Barely plays, right? Then Martial got injured. And the disaster that happened, because Rashford, I don't think he's an out-and-out striker. He's good off the left. But yeah, you can see a disaster. So if you had another striker, for example, like selling Lukaku without replacement, I agree with you, mate. It's total criminal. Another maybe rotational striker. Someone who can come in and fill in, right? Garner's too young. Martial is one injury away from a disaster. Rashford is not a number 9. Yeah, it's a bit strange. But the next phase, in terms of FM Manager, the next phase I tend to do is always set each individual up with the training. Zaniola, actually not bad. Who is Zaniola? I never actually heard of him. My aim, I forgot to tell you guys, is, do you mean Nicola Zaniola? I'll go to him actually. Holy crap. He is good, from what I can see. Well played, mate. I've never actually seen him. 19 years of age. Can play anywhere in the front 3. Can play in the midfield. Wonder kid. He's left-footed as well, which is something I don't have in my squad. Let me scout him and see what the scouts say and see the rest of his stats, right? Well, but Ilham, thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate you giving me a bit of a tip. Rasmus says, and knowing that more of half of his injuries came during Ollie's reign, it leaves me with a few very... Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ollie's, I think, running these guys into the training. He talks about fitness level and this, that. But my question is, if he's pushing all the players in terms of the fitness, right, running around, we should be playing better in the second half, right? Because naturally your fitness will be higher. But we have better first halves, then our second half just falls off. If you noticed, it's a good question, but good shout. That where's Zaniola? It's a good shout. You know, I'm scouting at the moment as we speak. Let's see, because it'd be nice to have a rotational player who can play different sort of positions. And Declan Rice, there you go, guys. Declan Rice is about to be signed only because you guys have requested this player for United, and I went out and signed him. I have never signed Declan Rice in my life in any of my saves, especially the last couple of saves where he was really coming on. But this time you guys suggested it, I've signed him, happy with it, and let's see. Now let's sort out the trainings, right? Let's sort out the positional, how I feel they should be going in terms of the whole season, right? And the mentoring. So Tahith Chong, he's a left footer on the right side. I plan to play him or train him, development training, on the right side. So I play with an inside forward attacking, so I'm just going to go for inside forward attack. Okay, definitely I'm going to train him on his passing, because his passing is 10 at the moment. Now again, guys, I'm going to be quickly going through this section because I know it's a bit of a bore fest. Mr. PT from YouTube, welcome to my stream. I really appreciate you dropping by. Check out Erlang Haaland, mate. That's one of the first players I check out. Haaland, of course we have checked him out. Unfortunately, in the FM Manager, I cannot sign him in the first season, so I am in pre-season of the first season. I can't sign him, but he is definitely in my head, definitely one for the future. I think when we reach January transfer window, generally when I play my saves offline, my other saves, I always tend to sign him in the January transfer window. So I'll probably just skip through and we'll go through, play through, and have Haaland and Greenwood as my striking options. But anyway, back to training. I'm just gonna skip through this quickly. Dalot wing back support, because that's the formation I play, and I want him to be better at his passing, because his crossing is 15, his passing is 13. So definitely his passing should be better. David De Gea, best goalkeeper in the world, has been, last season wasn't his best, we have to admit that, but there was a lot of, his contract was a bit of a messy. For those of you joining in, I am streaming on DLive, Twitch and YouTube. Why? Because I want to reach out to as many audience as I can. I want to grow, right? So if you are in any of my platform, I'll really appreciate if you can drop me a follow or a sub. That'll be great. I'm planning to stream the whole of the Football Manager season. I'm planning to take United back onto the top, and I'll be streaming almost every day. I'll be updating my schedule. Follow me on Twitter, so I'll update you guys on Twitter as well. Bruno Fernandes is match made in heaven for advanced playmaker support, and I want to make sure that his passing is as high as it could be. Yes, he's 15, but let's get it up to 16, 17 if we can. It'll be good. Fred, I can't do anything. He's on holiday at the moment. James Garner, he's an important player. Kenny, the thing is that I don't know what to train him as. Because I don't want to train him as an advanced playmaker because I got Mejbri for that, right? So Ilham says I would have preferred Ruben Neves over Rice. The reason why we went for Rice eventually is Rice is more of a defensive player. His stats is more defensive because I play with an anchor man in defensive position, and I need a specialized defensive midfielder. Yes, players like Kante will be ideal, but I can't get him. Ruben Neves, unfortunately, he's not specialized defensive midfielder. He can play in defensive midfield. There's a difference between that and being specialized, right? And that's why I didn't end up going for Ruben Neves. And I'm more than happy to show you my tactic. Let me just sort out the training quickly. I'm gonna actually use him as deep line. Let's train him for that role. Let's go for passing. Okay. Oh, and I always want him to be available for the under 23s because he's not been playing all the games, so I want him to be available and get game time as well for the under 23s. Mason Griezmann, my man, he's gonna go for advanced forward. That's what I play with normally. No, I'm gonna make sure he goes for pressing forward. Pressing forward attack. Let's get his pressing, let's get the stamina and endurance up, because I would love for him to develop into that type of player, that striker. Dan James, attacking midfielder left, inside forward. Yes, he's probably better suited according to his stats on the winger and inverted, but he's young. I can train him definitely to be that player. Again, passing is his weakness. As you can see, 10. I need him up passing. Phil Jones, I'm just going to move him to under 23. I don't even see him come up in my flipping squad. Ball playing defender. Again, I'm going to stick defensive positioning for him. I'm just going to go past this quickly. Jesse Lingard, oh god. I don't know why he's still even here. And passing. Gonna go through this quickly. That part is very important, guys. Training is very, very important. Shooting. Let's get this. Mata is going, we know that. There's a bit. Matic is going, we know that. Scott McTominay is definitely gonna be a box to box. Well, not ball winning, sorry, my bad. Box to box. Need him for box to box. He's got enough stamina, 18 stamina, but I think I'll go for passing because I want to play that role, pass and move in pace, right? Mejbri, I'm going to turn him into a midfield center. He is accomplished at it, and definitely an attacking midfielder support. Again, passing will be ideal, but also he should be available for the under 18s so that he gets some match time experience as well. Pereira, I forgot about him. Oh god, I did forget about him. Damn. Okay. Play for advanced playmaker. I'll keep him for one season. I normally tend to sell him, but I did forget about him. Let's train a bit of his strength because strength is. Pereira is a good shot. Damn, I did forget about it. Pogba, box to box. Not deep line crap. I got Bruno Fernandes for advanced playmaker, mate. Let's look at his passing as well. Let's get them passing. I like passing. Rashford definitely attacking midfielder. Support. I think I play with the attack or support. I can't remember. Attack. So attack inside forward. Attack. Right. Definitely passing needs to be improved. 12 passing. Declan Rice. There we go. Defensive midfielder. Gonna go for anchorman. So again, being an anchorman, he's got the stats for it. Composure 17. You got a position on teamwork. They're all at a respectable level. But I do want to build up his strength a bit more. So let's play him as that. Marcos Rojo. He's going Sergio Romero. I'm just gonna play him as that because he's gonna be my backup keeper. Sancho will be my right side. But inside forward, right side, yes, ideally you want to have your opposite leg coming in into if you're playing on the right side. So he should have been left-footed, but you know, he'll do well. I think passing would be definitely one he needs to improve on. Luke Shaw, let's get him wing back support. That's what I play with. Crossing is 10, so I just need a bit of crossing from him. So I'll do that. Tuanzebe, I'm gonna start him off as a centre back because I am. Smalling is not there. Rojo's being sold. Bailly is injured. Phil Jones is being sold. That leaves me with only 2 centre backs, which is Maguire and Lindelof. So it's good to have him trained as a centre back, but hopefully in the future more of a midfielder. His Wan Bissaka is on holiday. Brandon Williams, my guy, my wonder kid. So support again. Crossing will be nice, and also have him available for the under 23s, so you get match time. Ashley Young is gone. We're back to Tai Chong, and then the most important thing is mentoring, right? So you want the right unit. So what I tend to do is I have 3 different units. So one unit will be goalkeepers and defenders, right? Second unit will be wing backs and midfielders, right? And the third one will be the attackers, whether it's inside forwards or not. That's how I always set up my 3 sort of groups. So the first one is goalkeepers and defenders central. So definitely Victor Lindelof goes in there. David De Gea goes in there. Tuanzebe goes in there. Harry Maguire goes in there. And Sergio Romero goes in there. Okay. Then the second one is wing backs and midfielders. That's where it's going to have a lot of players in there. So Declan Rice, Bruno Fernandes, Mejbri, James Garner, Brandon Williams, Paul Pogba, Dalot, Scott McTominay, Luke Shaw, Wan Bissaka, Pereira, and Fred. Ashley Young's getting sold, so you can see a lot of them. And lastly is obviously the attackers, which is pretty much most of them here, except for the ones that I've already agreed to sell, which I'm not going to include them in the training. So add players. So you can see that's my 3 sort of mentoring group, and I've done the boring part. I'm gonna definitely hit the save button in case anything happens and I lose my save. But while that's saving, Rasmus said, you just mentioned Chong. What do you think about rumors of him going to Juve? Will this be another Pogba situation? You see, Chong at the moment is not playing a lot of first team football, and I think there might be a frustrating in him. His contract does expire at the end of the season. Same with Angel Gomez. Correct me if I'm wrong, actually. It'll be a blow to lose him. He's a talent. He's a talented player in our youth, and I don't believe losing him will be a very good situation for us. However, we should not be held to ransom by these youngsters who's barely 18 and demanding 50-60k a week. It's as if they made it. You don't want that. Look at Rashford. I don't agree with Rashford's contract. 200k for 21-year-olds. What's his next contract gonna be like? He's got definitely he's definitely got few more contracts to go. Like Rashford is only 21. He's earning 200k. Next contract he might be getting in 3 years time. Then he's still gonna be like 27, 28 by the time the third contract comes in. I'm sure he's gonna get more. So that can significantly go up, and that was a mistake, I think, to give 200k to Rashford. And speaking of the devil, you can see Chong's okay, so I was right. Chong's contract expires end of the next season, so 2020 in real life as well, and we could lose him on a free if we're not careful. But I'm going to offer him a contract and see how much he's demanding. So he's demanding 20k a week. I don't mind that. That's fine. I'm more than happy to give him that, as long as he doesn't bloody come back in another season time and saying oh, give me 80k. But yeah, definitely I'll take that. I'm not going to take the backroom stuff. So West Ham's making 12.75. The board is not letting me get rid of Lingard without getting 15. I thought I set this to 15.75, right? So I want him to be set. In terms of the one, they're all the same price, Okay. Oh, we had a game which my assistant manager took over. We finished 0-0, friendly, but friendly is not an issue. It's all about getting the fitness up and making sure tactically the squad is playing this tactic that I want them to play. So hence why I'm not going to go through the boring part of friendly matches, and I'm sure you guys do not want to see friendly matches. You want to see the main matches. And my first game in the schedule is against Chelsea. Oh, I've got Chelsea and Tottenham back to back. Tough. But let's see. Let's go back to my finances again. I've got £18 million left, but mind you, a lot of the players are in the process of negotiating contracts with other clubs. What happened? Okay. So you got Mata, Matic, Rojo and Young under bid. So obviously I will get some money off them. See, I always make that mistake in the beginning. Only after I've sold the player I make sure I find out. So you can see around £8 million is the total transfer fee, but the board is giving me £4.9 million because the board wants to take a cut from each transfer. But normally what I do is I make a request, go to the increased percentage of transfer revenue to make sure that I need the percentage. Look, they're not agreeing, but after considering what they said, we have decided to grant. So now I'll get 100%. You can see 100% of the transfer revenue coming in. I don't want the board to take the money. They've already taken enough money out of me. So networking, affiliate club. Let's build our reputation. Oh wow, they don't want to build up my reputation. The clubs. I thought that's a bit weird. I always want to go for building a bit of reputation. So come next season, we get some more extra money, right, from the thing for our transfer kitty. But let's see the finances. Increase transfer budget. Request has been denied. The board is such a huge problem in our club. Trust me, mate. The board is a huge problem. So I'm just going to go skip through a lot of this and make sure that everybody is developing. De Gea is developing concern is because he's best friends with Mata, and that's how it works. But anyways, guys, make sure you smash the like button, guys. Again, I'll be going through the whole of the United season, bringing them back. You can see the timer on the bottom, and I'll be playing that timer across every stream I do of FM Manager, so just to see how long it takes me with United to win the Premiership title. Dembele is being requested of me by Campos, but I've already got a right-sided player, right? Jesse Lingard. Oh, Crystal Palace come back with a £70 million offer. I'll take that, mate. Okay, auto select. What? Now the board wants £21.5 million. What is this? This is bloody shit. No, I'm gonna talk to them. Oh, they blocked it. See how snaky this board is. First day I've agreed with they wouldn't let him go for at least 15.5. Now they want more. Now I have to £22 million. Let's see. Rasmus, at least FIFA Manager is real. Board being a real problem. He made FIFA and FM Football Manager totally different ball game, man. Football Manager is the sim of football. If you want realistic, if you want everything in terms of club culture, coaching, transfers, contracts, etc., everything, this is the game to play. Football FIFA is more. It's not really sim, is it? I mean, there's aspects of sim, but it's more like getting you in there and getting you to play. But Football Manager is specialized. Is definitely specialized in terms of managing a sim game, right? But I highly suggest you play Football Manager because it's very addictive. You can see, Pogba's developing concerns. Let's discuss the issue with Pogba. Let's see what he wants. Okay, this doesn't have to become a big issue just yet, but I'm disappointed that you felt it necessary to sell Ashley Young. He was a leader in the dressing room and he will be missed. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and tell him to. Where's? I have every confidence in players such as Brandon Williams stepping up and replacing him. That's why I'm gonna tell him that. Thank you. That's a good point. The youngster are the future of this club. I'll give him a chance. No, I'll give him a chance. You continue. You focus on your match. These ones obviously. DOF. Oh. let the DOF negotiate all this. Again, let the DOF, which is Director of Football, negotiate all thing. But tell me, chat, any sort of other players you feel I should be signing, given the fact that the players I've got currently, the players I've signed currently, do you feel I've got enough going into the new season? I mean, technically speaking, I've got each player for 2 players for each position almost at this stage. I think a centre back maybe a centre back, because Harry Maguire, Lindelof, then Tuanzebe. 2 of the 3 gets injured, I'm screwed. Tuanzebe is still learning. Oh, I meant the game that Rasmus says. I meant the game that you are playing. I thought it was FIFA Manager, but it was football. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's Football Manager, man. I do plan to bring FIFA into the streams very soon. FIFA 20. So setting up. The reason why I've got a green screen behind me is because I want to do a lot longer streams without you guys having to see people behind me, like my family, walking up and down. So it's just me, the game, and you guys. That's it. That's the reason why I've got a green screen coming up. Okay, so Luis has been scouted. He's a fantastic signing to sign. He's one for definitely for the future. Matic, bye bye. Matic. Jones is gone for the loan at Everton. I'll take that. West Ham signed Matic. Rojo, bye bye for £12 million. I'm getting money. Getting money. So Lewis Cook is being scouted. And again, good shout on Lewis Cook. I think Josh from Twitch, when you say definitely MC. Leo FM, thanks for joining the stream, buddy, from Twitch. When you play FM, do you pick large database or custom? I use large database, mate. Fortunately for me, I've got a very good PC rig, so I'm able to pick a lot of leagues with the large database generally. And this is my first stream on FM, so I think I've done the setting in the beginning of the stream, and I've live streamed it as well. But yeah, just curious, what about yourself? What do you do? There's Haaland. Oh, for 18 years of age. Look at his finishing. Look at his composure. He can definitely, you know. I'm gonna declare an interest. Nah. I want to sign him. Here's the guy I was talking about, Todibo. 19 years of age. Watch out for him. Centre back defender in the Barca squad. And he's one of the wonder kids in the game. He's going to cost you bucks though. Yes, he says £5.5 million, but trust me when I say this, you're looking hundreds. Pedri is another player you guys should watch out for in the future. Look, 60 years of age. Look at his stats. Look at that bubble. He's one to watch out for in the future as well. His contract expires in 2020. So this January I'll be trying to... I'm just going to, he has a minimum release cost of 36.5. So if you can afford him, take him. I was thinking, why not? Ilham's, I suggest you, George says, I suggest you take a central defender, mate. Yeah, definitely I'll be looking at central defender. But I just don't have a clue who to get. Palacios, again, good player there, but I think I'm well okay in the midfield section at the moment. Chong signs a new contract. Just Lingard on loan. Anything, just get him out of the club. Ilham says, is your Twitch account the same name as YouTube? No, mate. My Twitch, let me just... It's actually Draco. Let me just type it in for you guys. Draco 986. Oh, 986. That's my Twitch account name. Let me just go back. Yeah, that's my Twitch, and it's same as YouTube, but Twitch is mainly for streaming, obviously. But yeah, Twitch has a lot more features, in terms of streaming than YouTube. Central defender. Let's have a look. How much have I got? I got £47 million, right? So scouting, players search. For time being, let's have a look at central. New search central. And I wanna get like a 27 is fine. pick one. So you got Sule, Kurt Zuma, Nathan Aki. But we want to aim a bit high, right? If I'm gonna get a central defense, if I'm gonna get any player, they have to be young, and they have to be one. Obviously, got a lot of potential. Wonder kid would be ideal. One that can develop beyond their years, right? So I don't want to sign the likes of, say, Eric Dyer, who's 25. Yes, you know they're still young, but I'm talking at 19 to 20 or younger. I think where's that player gone? Ficuri of Chelsea. That's Tomori. Fikayo Tomori. He's 21 years of age. Look at his stats. He's speed merchant. So one of the problems I'll scout him is Harry Maguire's speed is atrocious, right? But again, see that class, 21 years of age, English, obviously. His physical stats are a proper defender. He can play in few different positions as well. So I'm scouting him, and let's see how he goes. Let's skip past this. Alright, mate. Oh, Ilham, thank you so much, buddy. We'll follow you later. Thank you, buddy, for the follow later. RB Salzburg, they have a good CB. Anything in particular you're talking about? Any CVs in particular? I don't know why he's giving me old players like João Moutinho. I forgot to set this. I want young players, mate. You know? And they need to be fitting my tactic. There we go. Because I was thinking, why are they giving me 32-year-olds reports on 33-year-olds? I don't want that. I want to build for the future. What's this? Okay. Cancel renewal. No sports. You see all these coaches accepting the contract, because obviously the contract is expiring next season. I gotta get them tied up. I got rid of, as you guys know, I got rid of all the crappy coaches that I have in my team. Lingard is gone. Bye bye. Thank God for that. Let's move him away from my side into the under 23s. You know, he's still a youngster. I think he's better suited at the under 23s. Have you taken a look at Zaniola's stats? I did actually. I think I sent a scout over to watch Zaniola. Not sure if I missed it. Wait, what? Nicola Zaniola, you mean? Is that the player you mean? Wow. Yeah, okay, so... Wow. Yeah. Damn, son. He's good. Unfortunately, I don't play with him. I mean... Wow, okay. Box to box he can play. He can become he's a left footed as well. Good shout, that, mate. Very good shout. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ilham Wahab on YouTube. For this player, I've scouted him now. He looks brilliant, actually. I can get him for box to box, but I'm so packed in the midfield central area. I've got Declan Rice, Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Andres Pereira, Fred, McTominay, Ghana. That's 7 I can think of in my head that is almost fighting for the 3 positions in the midfield. I don't play with an attacking midfielder here, so he's useless to me there. Striker, I'm not going to play him for a striker, because I'm going to plan to get Haaland. I've got Martial already and Ghana. It's quite a shame, because on the left side I have... let's put my squad together. Let's put all them in their positions, so I don't have to look for them. So goalkeeper is David De Gea. On the right back is going to be Wan-Bissaka. Harry Maguire on the left side of the defensive central, along with Victor Lindelof. Yeah. On the left back, I will definitely go for Luke Shaw for now, but eventually over the course of the games, I want to get Brandon Williams more into the game. So Luke Shaw for the time being. Just give me a second, guys. Let me just set up my team. Defensive midfielder for the anchor position is obviously specialized. It is Declan Rice. Midfielder central on the right side, which is the advanced playmaker, will gonna be Bruno Fernandes along with Pogba. And on the right side, in the attacking midfielder, right side is none other than Mr. Sancho. On the left side is gonna be Rashford. Striker up front at the moment is gonna be Martial, because I don't have anyone else. Okay, so if I go to tactics, so not staff, tactics, because you can see Shaw and Rashford has already got their good links up, so it's got green link right there, which is good. That means they got good chemistry. That's my squad, guys. This is what I'm going to be taking into the season. Ideally, probably if I can get a better defender in terms of Lindelof, I want to use Lindelof as more of a rotational defender. I don't want him to be my mainstay defender, so I want to get a really top class defender. How about Varane? I'm laughing because that was so random. Should we? What do you chat? Tell me, guys. What do you guys think? Should I go for Rafael Varane? George says Ruben Dias is perfect and a true leader. Very good signing. Yes. Unfortunately, if I go to Ruben Neves, where am I going to pay him, buddy? He's not really his tackling is nowhere near where it should be in terms of playing him anchorman. And obviously in the midfield centre I've got Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, who's technically better than Ruben Neves in his current state. Otherwise I would love to have gone for him actually. He's 22 years of age. But yeah, where would I play him? That's the thing. Otherwise I wouldn't mind signing him. Oh sorry, Ruben Dias. Oh okay. Sorry guys, my bad. Ruben Dias. Of course. How can I forgot about him. So should I go for him, guys? He's a powerful centre back, 22 years old. Him or Varane? Should I give both of them a chance, like get negotiation running? But yes, how can I have forgotten Ruben Dias? 100% I'm going for him. Thanks for that, chat. I'll have a look at your striking options. So they are asking, his value is £23 million. I'm going to suggest £23 million. They have said it's unacceptable, so I'm going to play around with him. I think he's going to cost around £60-70 million. So I'm going to give them £20 million up front and give them £70 million in total, so £50 million in 3 years. So let me make an offer and see what they say to get back to me. Ilham Wahab says striker should bring in Joseph. What about Akanji? Joseph, the problem with striking, I'll tell you guys. I can't, if you know his first name, maybe there's too many people to look for too. Akanji. In terms of the striking position, I assume. Let me scout him as well. In terms of the striking position, at the moment I am packed in the striking position because my tactic is only one striker really. So you got Martial and Ghana already there. I have to, if I bring in another striker, I have to sell one of them or not give any game time, unless you mean a winger where Rashford and Sancho is occupying it, and obviously their understudy is Dan James and Tai Chong at the moment. But yeah, striking is unstopped. The only striker I'll probably consider is Haaland. Unfortunately I can't sign him at the moment, but yeah, if I get Haaland, then I'll have to probably sell Martial just to give Greenwood a chance to develop himself. Andrew Bellotti is a good signing. Yeah, I agree with that, Abhishek. I used to play with Andrew Bellotti. Let's have a look at him actually in my last save in Football Manager 19. He's such a beast of a signing. 25 years old. Yes, he's a bit on the old side. This save I really want to build towards the younger squad. So you're looking at probably a maximum of 21 maybe. Can only really being a young squad. Minus Bruno Fernandes, okay, obviously, because Bruno Fernandes is an exception. And if you guys has been following me on YouTube, I did a lot of videos around Bruno Fernandes, and I think a lot of us wanted Bruno Fernandes to come to United. I said that all in one breath. Ilham says, I mean, Joseph Martinez, I always buy him. He can score goals pretty much. Yeah, I agree with you, I'm sure. Okay, so the board is saying they're not willing to give more than £52 million for... I'm going to talk to them and say, you know what, give me the money, man. After discussing, we're pleased to announce. Good. Nice. It's just a matter of the board. Ruben Diaz's contract. Them to agree. What's going on? Oh, we're good. Let's skip through all of that. Did we just play a friendly? Ruben Diaz's bid has been rejected. So there you go, guys. I tried to get him. £70 million. I don't have more than that actually. I mean, I only got £48 million to spend. I don't know what to spend. So Ruben Diaz, as much of a great player is, unfortunately he'll have to elude us for the time being. Varane, let's give it a try. I did talk about not buying older players, but someone like Varane, who's an elite level defender, who's got the pace, who can nullify the weaknesses of Harry Maguire in terms of sheer pace, it's definitely one I'll definitely buy. But they want £99 million. Okay, £99 million. So let me know, chat guys. Should I go for Varane instead for the time being, and hold off on Ruben Diaz for now until a season passes? Because Harry Maguire is 26, Varane is 26, Ruben Diaz is still young, so he can still definitely be part of my first team in the future. But what do you guys think? Should I go for... I'll let you guys think. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, but I want you to guys tell me whether I should go for Rafael Varane or not. Be right back. Right, I need to position myself better so you guys, I don't go out of the screen. But anyway guys, I'm back. Abhishek says Varane only if it's under £75 million. For you, let me negotiate Varane, okay? But would you guys be happy to see Varane in United shirt? I think I'll be happy, definitely. Costa surely can't buy him. Is that Costas as in the player name, or surely I can't buy him? Is that a challenge, mate? If it's a challenge, I'll work wonders with FM Manager. Let's have a look. So 70. Let's target £75 million or less. So up front, let's give them 20. I like the number 20, and rather than eat up my budget, I'm gonna give them that gets up to £70 million. Let's see. Let me suggest it. Okay, so they want 102 altogether, £27 million up front, £75 million in installments. So let's go back to 20. And let's go down a little bit to 50. Okay, they just they want £122 million in total, £27 million up front, £75 million over 3 years. Let me know, guys. Should I submit the bid, accept their demands, or should I just go into the season with Lindelof for the time being? I wouldn't mind Varane. He's a talent. He's a winner. Do I move this way so that which way do I move? Do I move this way so that the camera can see me without being cut off? Oh, definitely not this way. So it's more this way. So I move this way. You know what? Take a bit of risk. It's either give them the money or goes into Glazer's pockets. So let's accept the demands. Let's go through the negotiation. Let's see what Varane actually says. He might turn around and say, no, because we're not in the Champions League. But signing Varane would be nice. Oh, Varane's offer has been accepted. Jesus Christ, I can start the negotiations. So he's demanding a few things before we go into his actual contract negotiations. He wants improving the coaching team. I'm not agreeing with that. He wants to strengthen the first team in the midfielders. Some of you guys have mentioned. Okay, so Erasmus is saying reject their unreasonable demands. Is it really unreasonable? Like £100 million for an elite level defender next to Harry Maguire, shielded by Declan Rice. It's only £27 million out of my pocket. The rest of them is paid in installments over 3 months. 1, he's a winner. 2, he's very experienced. 3, he definitely is quicker than Maguire, which means that I'll have one quick defender, one very slow defender, which is a bit of a balance. And Skriniar, that's the one. I think Koulibaly is too old for me. I think it's like 29-30. But George, you're amazing, mate. Skriniar is another one, isn't he? He wants a lot of money per week, but remember I got rid of a lot of the deadwood. He wants £325,000, mate. You either take 245 or I'm not going for you. That's it, lock it down. There we go, he's accepted some sort of thing. Konate, I'll have a look at him, guys. No, remove. You see, that £17 million I have to give him, and it comes out straight out of my bloody not wage budget, my transfer budget. So after this transfer goes through, you can see I'll be left with £32 million or so, roughly. I don't know, less than that. Okay. I don't know if I should. Okay, let me suggest the terms, finalize it, and let's have a look at Skriniar. Okay, Skriniar, and he's definitely one of the guys that I always used to buy in FM19. Yeah, let's bid for this guy. Obviously, that means I'll be getting both Skriniar and Varane and Maguire. One of them has to be. But let's see how much. I think Skriniar will cost a lot more. Again, I'm gonna give the same sort of offer as I did to Varane and see what they say. So he's actually £70 million. So they come back saying £23.5 million and £46 million over 3 years, whereas with Varane it was £70 million over 3 years. So I'm a bit stuck, guys. Should I go for Skriniar or Varane? Skriniar or Varane? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna accept the demands, negotiate both the contracts. Scrap that, because Skriniar doesn't want to even come. You can see he's not interested. So Inter have accepted £70 million, but Skriniar himself doesn't want to come. So I think it's going to be Varane, guys, for this season. Konate. Which Konate? Do you know his first name? I assume Mori Konate, since he's a defender. Is that? I assume it's not him because his stats doesn't look that great. Which Konate, if you can let me know in the chat. For those of you joining in, I do a lot of football stuff in my channel, in my YouTube channel, especially like everything about United. Look at match reviews, transfer speculation, news, everything with United. I'm planning to do a lot of game streaming, so I want to get into the habit of streaming a lot more, and streaming FM Manager is perfect for me because I love the game. I know I'm very knowledgeable around the game. And for those of you joining in, I have 3 sort of windows that I'm streaming to simultaneously. So I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm streaming on YouTube, and I'm streaming on DLive. At the moment, currently, most of my audience is coming from YouTube. It's because that's how it works. I'm more established on YouTube than on Twitch, but I do hope to grow my following. So if you're new, I'd really appreciate if you can hit the subscribe button, and I really appreciate it if you can smash the like button at the very least. It helps small YouTubers like myself, especially like gives me the motivation to carry on. So Ilham says Ibrahima Konate. So Ibrahima Konate. Okay, Leipzig. Oh, not bad. And the reason before I even look at the stats, I look at the age. 20 years old. Fantastic buy, actually. Let me scout him. Let me scout him a bit. Let me see where he goes. I'm gonna scout. I might get him if I have the budget. I'd rather get Varane. Are you also signing young players for the future? I haven't signed, well, young players, yes, you can say. I signed Jadon Sancho, who's 19. I signed Declan Rice, who's 20. Bruno Fernandes is obviously 24, so he's not really young. But you can see in my squad, I got rid of a lot of dross, a lot of deadwood. So you can see Tai Chong's in there, Mejbri, who's 16-year-old, he's in there. Ghana, who's 18, he's in there. Brandon Williams is in there. Dan James is obviously 21 himself. Mason Greenwood's in there, and these are the squad I'm planning to use throughout the season. Dalot is still young himself. He's only 20 years of age. So you can see I have got a very young squad overall. Hence why I want to sign a bit of an experience, like one sort of defensive midfield experience. So yeah, to answer your question, am I signing young players? I've signed 2 already, youngsters, with the rest of them coming from my youth setup, and that's how I should roll across the season. I don't normally mess around with the media sort of stuff when they say, oh, there's rumors going around, are you sure? I don't really interact with media. It's just a waste of time. So there you have it, guys. Varane, should I go for Varane? Should I say yes to Varane? Can we see your transfer history of this year? I want to see how much of you sold and bought players. Yeah, sure, no problem. This is only my first stream, so if you obviously, it's a long stream. It's been over an hour, almost 2 hours. So transfer history. So I've done all the signings. Where the transfers? Am I blind? Yes, there we go. So history. There we go. So in total, I've spent £391 million, but mind you, that's Harry Maguire, which I didn't have any say in. Wan-Bissaka, which I didn't have any say in, and Daniel James, right? And the ones that I've signed is these 3. You can see on the dates as well. Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, and Declan Rice. Jadon Sancho's for £111 million. Remember, I had £100 million to spend, but I've used a lot of sort of spreading the payment in 3 installments. That's what I did. So there you go. Happy days. Happy days. But there you go, guys. I can sign Rafael Varane. Yes, he is gonna cost me £32 million up front from £52 million. The total fee is £102 million. Over 3 installments, I paid him £75 million, and I think I'm gonna go for him. I'm actually gonna go for him. Accept. Okay, and there you go. Varane signed. Let's set him up on the development training. He's gonna be a ball playing, because I play a ball playing defender, and his passing is 14. I think I'm gonna defensive positioning, get them specialized a bit more in terms of training, mentoring. I'm gonna add him to the defensive setup. In terms of the squad, Victor Lindelof goes off for Rafael Varane, and that way I have Tuanzebe and Lindelof as backups to Varane and Harry Maguire. So if I go back to my squad, this is my squad going into the new season now. If I go to finances, I've got £20 million to spend. See Lautaro Martinez. Yeah, Martinez is a great player as well, but I don't plan to sign him because I want to sign Haaland. Where is he? There we go. I want to sign Haaland in that position for striker, Erling Haaland. So hence why I'm not really going for striker, since I'm quite okay in the striking department. I got Martial. I play with 1 striker. If I was playing with 2 strikers, then yeah, I probably need a 3rd striker. But I play with Martial, and my understudy is Greenwood. You got Rashford, who can also play there. So that's probably why I'm not gonna go for a striker. But I am gonna go ahead with the game and hope to. That's pretty much all my transfer dealings done, guys. Just gonna skip through this part. Don't believe I will need any more transfers. Even if I do, I don't have much money left for transfers. I don't have many players to sell for transfers. So I think we're done for now, and we're gonna go skip ahead and take it from there, guys. Ruben Diaz, good shout there. Unfortunately, I tried, guys. I tried to get him, but he was having none of it. Smash the like button, guys. If you can, that'll be great. I'll greatly appreciate it. So let's keep right ahead, and go straight into the match day, which is actually Chelsea. I'm playing against Chelsea. I've got a bunch of friendlies in between. I would like to go on holiday until the match day, but obviously being in preseason, I gotta set up the shirt numbers. Shit, I forgot about corners. So with the corners in attack, I want the defenders to be attacking near post and far post respectively. So I'll maximize that sort of. There we go. Captains. I'm gonna give Pogba captaincy, but eventually I want Bruno Fernandes to take over. So I am planning to sell Pogba in next season, so 2020, to make way for other players that I want to get. I do want to get the likes of obviously Haaland we talked about. So yeah, I do want to get Frankie De Jong. He'll be my dream signing. He's an absolute beast of a player. So we played a few friendlies, which my assistant normally takes over. You can see so far in my friendlies with the formation that I've picked and chosen, it's been good. No goals conceded. That's what I like. Build from the back. Build from the back. I think I'm planning to give him probably number 11. Probably not 7. I don't know. It's a good question, that is. Mbappe next season, definitely I want to give him a big number. But you guys can decide for me. Let me know, guys. What number would you guys give Sancho? Before we get to that, because we're gonna have to sort out the numbers very soon now, as we're getting close to the 7 or 11 for Jadon Sancho. Again, I'm skipping past all of this. I've done my transfers, I've done my tactics, I've done my coaches, I've done all the responsibilities. It's just now about starting the season, right? It's definitely now about starting the season. Gomez's contract, yeah, so there you go. Gomez's contract, Gomez and Tahith Chong's contract is expiring in 2020. We haven't really given them a contract yet. Let's hope we don't mess around with their contracts, and they are players that we need for the future in real life, definitely, because clearly we're not going to spend. There you go. My next squad to be decided. I'm going to auto select and double check everyone's in. Good. These are all the boring stuff. You can say Declan Rice been injured for 5. He's been out for 5 to 8 days. Should be back for the new season anyway. Squad to be decided. Numbers. So let's clear the numbers. Blank slate. Let's give Sergio Romero 22 that he wants. Let's give Luke Shaw 23 that he wants. David De Gea obviously gets what? David De Gea obviously gets number 1. What's happened? Okay. Alright, Jadon Sancho wants his preference is number 11. I think I should give him number 11 if his preference is number 11. I keep that number 7 for the time being. I want Martial to get the number 9. Pogba is obviously number 6. Okay, Varane should get number 2. David De Gea is obviously number 1. Harry Maguire number 4. Keep it number 4. Dan James, give him 18. Wan Bissaka is obviously number 5. Lindelof will get number 3. Declan Rice, I think definitely number 8. Rashford, I'll give him, I don't know, do I give Rashford number 10? I don't play. I'm gonna give him 21. And the rest of them really doesn't really bother me. I'm just gonna Pereira number 13. It's not Twanzebe maybe 15. James Garner 16. Keno's number, I believe, if I remember correctly. Rest of them I don't really mind who I give the numbers to, because the main numbers have been given out except number 7. Now Bruno Fernandes, I'll give him number 10, definitely. Mejbri with number 24 and Diego Talon number 25. That's my numbers, guys. The only number I didn't do is number 7. Bruno 8, Rice 16. Yeah, but I'm playing Bruno as a must submit as more of a advanced playmaker. So give him number 10. Why not? No, number 10 is always a nice number to have. It's such a famous number. But I kept the best number 7 for the time being. I'm probably gonna go for a big player next season. So definitely kept him at the moment. Okay. Gomez signs new contract, which is good. So Abhishek says, don't you feel this team lacks much in terms of squad depth? No, I disagree. I'll show you why. So in my squad, you got my first 11. That's the ideal 11 I want to play. Behind each of these players, I've got another player. So if we go to squad itself, obviously David De Gea and Sergio Romero. Right back, I got Dalot as a backup. Rafael Varane, Harry Maguire, I've got Twanzebe and Victor Lindelof as backup. Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams as backup. Declan Rice, Scott McTominay as backup. Bruno Fernandes. Again, you got Fred, Andres Pereira, you take your pick. Paul Pogba, same thing. You got Fred, Andres Pereira, Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay. You've also got Mejbri in there, who's a 16-year-old wonder kid who learned. James Garner's in there as well. So in the midfield area, don't worry about that. On the right side, Jadon Sancho and obviously Tai Chong. I want to give you more of a chance. I'm not going to be like Oli, you know, not giving him a chance. I want to give him more chance. On the left side, you got Rashford as starter, but you got Dan James as well. And up front, you got Greenwood and Anthony Martial. So each position has a second player for sure. I think midfield we are packed as well. So there, I don't think it lacks squad depth at all. No, I do believe it probably lacks a bit of, say from the bench, somebody coming on and making a difference. I think that's where it probably lacks the most, because I don't have an experienced person. I've got a lot of potential players coming on like Tai Chong, Garner, Greenwood, McTominay. But none of these players will come on and take everything by the scruff of the neck, right? I don't have a world-class player on the bench as of yet. If you mean that, then yeah, I agree with that. But if you mean in terms of squad depth, no, I think I've got enough. Talking about number 11, Janaja comes to mind as he had number 11 before. Martial, he thought he achieved it, always his talent, and sad to see his talent being... Yeah, I mean, Janaja was a good player. I think loads of players ring to mind. I've been supporting Man United since 98, so a very long time. So you got Janaja comes in mind, Federico Makeda comes in mind. Those are players we had that had potentials, but Tosic was another one. Those are potentials as well, but never really materialized. Eggbay is concerned. He wants to discuss about work to permit. He wants to leave, so let him leave. Else I'll lose him for free, because his contract expires next season. He's definitely not going to get his contract renewed by me. He's out for 7-8 months, I believe, in injury. He's going to leave for free, so I might just get something out of it. So I just put him up for sale, see who comes in, take it from there. Ilham Wahab says, how does installment work? That was a good tip. So installment, I'll show you how it works. Oh, Jadon Sancho's out for a few weeks. Damn. So let's look at a player. Let's look at Haaland, yeah? Erling Haaland. Yeah, there we go. So let's make an offer, but I'm not going to submit the offer. Okay, so here is your fee, alright? This is what you pay up front no matter what. So if you put in £60 million, you're paying £60 million out of your budget. If you put in £20 million, you're paying £20 million, okay? So he's going to cost you probably £80 million. At the moment, I don't have £80 million. or I want to be more shrewd with my transfer. I have £80 million, but I don't want to spend everything in one player. So I'll give like maybe 30 million pound. Roughly, that's what I play with to him as a starting. So out of 80 million, 100 million pound, only 30 million pound will get taken out of this transfer. However, if I add the installments, so I'll always do 12 months, very important. 3 installments I always do. And give the rest, the other 50 million pounds, so that gives me a total of 80 million pound in 3 installments. So you can see on the left side that this season, right now, you're going to pay 30 million pound up front, no matter what. The following season, 2021, 2022, if you divide 50 by 3, it comes to 16.66 million pound. That is what you're going to be giving for Haaland over 3 seasons. So suddenly that 80 million pound player becomes very affordable. And that's how if you go back to my videos in my YouTube channel, you'll see I've signed Mbappe, I've signed Sancho, De Ligt, Frankie de Jong, Arthur, Haaland, Varane, Max Aarons, all these players in one window, because in second season United tend to get a lot of money than the first season, close to 250 million pound. Now 250 million pound, Mbappe is going to cost you that 250 easily in the game, but because you're paying in installments, you're paying up front maybe for Mbappe a bit higher, 60-70 million pound, but the rest of the payments you're paying over 3 years, which means if you're paying 60 million pound up front from your 250 million pound, you still have 190 million pound to spend. And that's how I used to do it, and that's a very good tip that if you want to use to be very clever with your money, to sign a lot of players, a lot of quality players who will cost you a lot with the budget that you have, while still not breaking the budget. What if Ilham says, sorry, what if we sell after like 2 seasons? Doesn't matter if you sell him or not, you still have to pay, because that was an agreement you had with his club during that transfer. So if I was to sell Haaland next season, I still have to pay 16.66 million pound. But what I tend to do, my approach is very different. I tend to buy players who I intend to keep for long term. So Sancho's 19, I want to keep him for long term. Declan Rice is 20, I want to keep him for long term. So it takes me in the game always 2 transfer windows to sort out my team properly. So you can see I've started on my team to sort it out. Come next season, I'll get a lot more transfer budget. I'll sell the likes of Pogba. I'll sell the likes of any player that's not been performing. Fred is one, Andres Perez one, but make ways for young players, 18, 19 years, like your Ruben, like your Ruben Diaz or Florentino Luis in this game, or Sergio Gomez, even João Felix, Kai Havertz. I tend to bring them in, you see. So I do end up selling Rashford because I don't feel he's good enough for me, only because I replace him with Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid, or Rodrigo, or even an Mbappe. Who would you rather have, Mbappe or Rashford? On the right side, I'll always keep Jadon Sancho anyway, but I tend to keep them for a long time. I don't chop and change my team. After 2 seasons, I practically stick to that team. All of them are 18, 19, 20, 21 max, and for the next 8-9 seasons I make sure we win everything whilst bringing through the youth. That's how it works, for me at least. Hope that helps. Alright guys, we're so close to the first game of the season. I've had a few injuries, so Harry Maguire's gone to injured. Oh my god. So Harry Maguire's injured for now 4 weeks. I'm glad I bought Rafael Varane, which means Lindelof will come in. Jadon Sancho's gone if injured, 7 days to 2 weeks. I don't think he's going to be fit enough for Chelsea. Again, I have Dan James, or Tai Chong actually. I'll go for Tai Chong. But it's the backup I have, so I'm going to start putting in my subs. Where's the defender? Dalot is injured, so the wing back position I'll have. Where is Brandon Williams? Yes. Let's have a couple of midfielders. Freddie goes in there, McTominay goes in there. Then a couple of attackers, Dan James and Mason Greenwood. So Andres Pereira misses out my squad. But yeah, you guys can see even I've got 3 injuries, but I've got enough sort of backup position players, and they're good players, they're decent players. Lindelof is not a bad backup to have. a bad sort of Lindelof is a bad first starter to have, but not a bad backup to have. Abhishek says, really like your stream. Here can I what here can I know what you I really appreciate you liking my stream. What I plan to do, if you follow my Twitter, so Twitter is at DracoEvolve. Let me post it now. I tend to post my stream there. Draco_evolve. That's my Twitter. Go and search me up and follow me there. I tend to post a lot of things there. Yeah. In terms of my streaming schedule, I'm definitely streaming tomorrow around 7 p.m. UK time. I'll be streaming on Tuesday again around the same time. So I'm looking to stream on Monday to Friday. I think 3 days out of Monday to Friday, all around the 7 p.m. time mark. On Saturday, Sunday, around this time, I'll probably start around maybe 5 p.m., maybe even earlier. But I will definitely pick one sort of streaming schedule and stick to it going forward in the future. And that schedule, I'll post it up fully on my Twitch channel. So if you go and follow my Twitch as well, because Twitch gives you the option to sort out biography where you can pull up your schedule as well, which makes it easier because YouTube doesn't do that. Or not do that, it's not visible enough. But yeah, tomorrow join me for 7 p.m. UK time, roughly a couple of hours streaming. Again, this stream, I'm gonna end this stream after I play the first game. I'm not gonna take transfer window deadline. Okay. Again, I'm gonna end the stream after the Chelsea match, which is in a couple of days time for me. 5 transfers. Who's Brandon Williams? No, I don't want to go in on loan. No loan. I want them to stay with me. And then tomorrow I will continue with the game, because this stream was all about setting up my team, my tactics, my coaches, the signings, and tomorrow is going to be the thick of it. But I want to play the Chelsea game at least at home before I end the stream for today, because I have been streaming for a long time. And if you guys see this timer next to me, that's the time I set up that I will be doing every stream. That's my countdown, you can say, or for when I win the title. Okay, mate, thanks. Yeah, and again, thank you so much for being part of my stream. Really appreciate that. But let's end the stream in a good highlight. I think I had a good pre-season. Let's have a look at my pre-season. Haven't lost, only considered 1 goal. I had a good pre-season. The formation's working. I think the players, hopefully they that's Joseph Martinez, good player, but I think with the striker position, I think I'll skip him for time being. But let's end it. Let's go to Chelsea. Submit. Lindelof is lacking match sharpness, but I have no choice. I'll play him. And we're at home to Chelsea, so why not kick their ass, right? Let's go to dressing rooms. Chelsea, they're playing Tomori. He's a good player. That is the good Kante's there. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Abraham and Mount, I gotta be careful of them. Their midfield, I think Mount will. I can definitely. It's gonna be okay for me because Declan Rice is in his position. So let's give a team talk. Passionate, Let's do this for the fans. Yeah. Okay. Kick off. Play. I'm gonna pause it, but I'm gonna set up because this is my first stream. I'm gonna only do key highlights and take the camera back a little bit so everyone can see. In terms of replays, I'm not gonna have the replays going on unless you guys want me to have the replay. I'll do this. So let's go. I think this is a bit too fast, isn't it? Slow it down just a little bit. Let's go. There we go. So Emerson. Oh, what? Kante? Oh my god, De Gea saves. Where did Kante get in from? I don't know how Kante got in. Oh, Abraham with another chance. Okay. Let's see. Go on, Chong. Oh, I thought as soon as Bruno Fernandes unleashed that, I thought it was in. Because Bruno Fernandes does have a good shot in him, right? Emerson again, Kovacevic, Rashford, well played, won the game. Con, run at them. Oh, I should have played him through. What are you doing, Rashford? Playing Martial, that's your job. Martial was free momentarily. Hold on, let me just How do I add yeah, there you go. So match information, match overview. No. Let's look at stats, team stats, right? No. And that's Chelsea. How do I look at match report? Is it player to watch, action zones, match stats? There we go. Let's keep the match stats. Here, so at least you guys can know when. Okay, play. Oh, what the hell happened? Rashford. So Rashford scored with Bruno Fernandes' assist. I didn't even realise that, to be frank. So we're 1-0 up. He's rating Lindelof with a good win there. Come on, Declan Rice. Here you go. Bruno Fernandes, Pogba. Pogba and Bruno Fernandes got in each other's way for a second there. I think that will come obviously over the coming seasons. Rashford having a decent game. Looks short. Martial's come short. Go on, Bruno Fernandes. We're starting to kind of control Chelsea now, dictating how we're playing, and Wan-Bissaka giving that away. There's my boy Varane. Playing, that's why I like play across the floor, keep the ball, move with pace, and that was a brilliant goal. I don't know how many. Chongy. I don't know how many passes that was. Bruno Fernandes with another cross, and Varane with Lindelof knocked it down. Do you guys want me to have replays on, guys? Because we're just absolutely destroying Chelsea. If you guys want me to have the replays on so you guys can see the goals, let me know. But absolutely destroying Chelsea. And again, another one. Varane again. There we go. Pogba. We're 27th minute in and 4-0 already. 4-0. Let me just tell them to concentrate, Oh, they're overwhelmed by the feedback. Okay. Nice, good. Alright, cool, mate. Okay, so we're good. 4-0 up. Let's get more. So let's so passionate, I'm very happy with it, guys. Keep it going, Let's kick some butts. Varane's having a very good game, 8.0 rating with the Martial as well, 8.0. All of our players are having a good game, and it now gives me the chance to play a bit of youngsters, get some game time in them. But Varane again passed to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka has been good. Crap, they just lost it. Just when I said I think I jinxed it. But it'll be nice to get off to a flying start. I mean, yes, 4-0 is good. Oh, Lindelof, well played, mate. But you want a bit of you want to get a bit more. The rain has stopped. That's good sign, because I play on the floor a lot, so it helps. So go and tackle him. Oh, Lindelof just. Oh my days. Do you want to concede? Lindelof just let him walk past him. Should have tackled him, mate. Lindelof, what the hell are you doing? Okay, so now I think I'm gonna wait till this attack is finished. Oh my god, 4-2. I'm gonna wait for this attack to finish. Well, it has finished. I'm gonna tell my team to get back a little bit. Encourage them a bit more. I think Chelsea's making a huge comeback. Yeah, I mean, James Burr, nice to have you in the stream, buddy. How you doing? 4-2 on Chelsea. I think Chelsea's making a big comeback. Abhishek say really crushing Chelsea. Yeah, I was crushing them in the first. Oh, what a through ball by what a through ball by Luke Shaw, and Martial just went straight in. I'm gonna make a sub actually, and have Bruno Fernandes come off, and have Scott McTominay in there just to instead of advanced playmaker. I'm probably gonna do like a central midfielder and just to defend, just to sit back a bit more, and probably give Chong a time off now, and get Dan James coming and running. But James Burr, thanks for joining in, buddy. How you been? How's your Sunday going so far? Kind of destroying Chelsea. Disappointed that I've conceded 2 goals. I think we're almost on the 80th minute, so I'm going to make another substitution. Get Brandon Williams going. Why not give them some sort of experience? I would have bought him in earlier. Would have loved to have bought them in earlier, but we conceded 2 goals, and at one point it was 4-2, and I'm like thinking, my God, if I conceded one more goal, we're done for. But thankfully, that brilliant through ball by Luke Shaw and Martial just pinged it. It's absolutely brilliant. But Chelsea is definitely for sure in the second half giving us a game, especially when they've got 2 goals back quite quickly as well. But I'm happy with the result. I think I would be delighted if we didn't concede. With the stats, I've had 21 shots at the 10. Possession wise, we were both equal actually, 50-50. Shots on target were 5-7-7, but obviously our shots hit more. Player of the match is obviously Anthony Martial with 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Gonna praise them calmly. Well done, lads. Well done, lads. Birthday, oh nice. What did you do for your birthday? Happy birthday, by the way. But Varane scores in his debut. Let's have a look at the league table. Oh, we're the only ones that's played, so let's continue for the rest of the. I think everyone's got an evening kickoff, so let's let the day go past and let's see what the likes of Arsenal won 4-1. Man City is gonna be playing at 5:30 in half an hour's time. Let's see. So, the league table now looks, obviously there's a few teams that need to play. Liverpool needs to play, but the usuals. Arsenal have won, Man City have won, Chelsea obviously has lost, West Ham lost. Yeah, it's a good start. I mean, we've conceded 2 goals, but +3, I'll take 5 goals. So attacking wise, we were definitely good. But that's it, guys. I'm going to stop streaming now. I want to say thank you to everyone for joining in. If you haven't done so, make sure you smash the like button. Really appreciate it. It goes a long way for someone like myself, a small YouTuber like myself. I will be back on my streaming tomorrow at 7 PM UK time. I'll be continuing this journey onwards. And I think in the next game I've got Spurs. Yep, Tottenham. So I'll be playing probably up till Everton tomorrow. Let's see how the stream goes and take it from there. Before I go, I'll save it in case I lose the game. But as always, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. As always, take care.